Good morning, happy Friday. I'm starting my day with a protein shake, a coffee protein shake. So we're pretty excited here. So first of all, we're using stock cold brew coffee. This is the best like store-bought coffee you could find. I mean, Starbucks is pretty similar, but this is pretty good. Doing half a cup of that. Cup of almond milk. This is unsweetened, original. We have that. What's in there? Doing parsley. And then we're adding even more caffeine, more coffee. This is my coffee protein from Only What You Need. This is actually a really good coffee. I mean, this is actually a really good protein. It is one of my favorites, the coffee one. It's just hard to drink because I've been intermittent fasting for so long. Obviously, I'm not doing that right now. But I don't want to drink that like in the evening it has caffeine in it. So, okay, next up, banana. Yesterday, I had 2 bananas that were like, I knew they would be too brown for me to want to eat them, so I froze them. I think that's good. We'll see. All right, and we're gonna blend that. Please taste good. Wow. That's so good. Highly recommend. Wow, that is so good. All right, we're getting ready for work. My laptop is starting up. It's Friday, so that's nice. I guess the days don't really they still do matter because I'm still working. So on the weekends I don't have to work, which is still nice. And I also made my oatmeal, my typical oats. I've been adding chia seeds and then dates, apples, peanut butter, cinnamon. What I've been doing, I think I already talked about this, but I decided I do not want to intermittent fast as of right now, just because it's been even more difficult with working from home. Like, I can't focus when my stomach is growling before 12 p.m. and I don't think I was eating enough food before. So I have been eating breakfast, always my oats, but what I've been doing is splitting it in half. So I'll have half a serving. Actually, I have a serving and a half for a whole day. So 60 grams instead of 40 grams. I do weigh it out. So I have 30 grams of oats in the morning and then 30 grams of oats typically after dinner. And that has helped tremendously because I even split like the apple, the portion of apple I was using. I used just 1 date per bowl, less chia seeds, 16 grams of peanut butter because that's half a serving. So yeah, that's been working well for me. I typically just have black coffee in the morning, and today I just wanted, I froze the bananas, so I didn't want them to go to waste because typically when I freeze bananas, they end up going in the trash. This is really good though. Literally, I usually don't like many proteins, but mixed with the coffee, wow. My face has been breaking out. Has anybody else been in quarantine and their face break out too? Because there's been a couple of girls that I follow on YouTube or Instagram, and I've noticed that their face is breaking out too. This one is like healing. This one I picked at. Obviously, I'm a picker. Like, I cannot not touch my face. It's so annoying. I don't know what the cause of it is, but I even looked it up, and apparently there's like a whole thread on Reddit of how people have been having worse skin in quarantine or whatever, shelter in place. Some people were saying it's like because of stress and all that stuff. That's not why mine is. I'm not stressed out like whatsoever. I think it could be either because I've been in the sun more, like literally, or just going outside more. I spend at least an hour outside every day. and maybe it could be that, or I'm probably touching my face even more without even realizing it. Typically when I'm at work, I'm wearing gloves in the lab. And obviously when you're wearing gloves, you typically, like, you don't touch your face. I don't know, it could be anything really. Hormones. But I don't really care. It's fine. I've been putting tea tree oil on them, but I just got to stop touching them. That's my problem, is I just cannot. And even when I'm aware of myself doing it, I'm like, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. And I still do it. I still do it. That's like my weakness. One of my worst habits is picking at my skin. All right, it's now 12 o'clock. About to eat my lunch. Sweet potato, avocado, tofu. You guys saw this in my last video. But I'm also gonna have a Celsius. This one is orange pomegranate. I don't typically drink these. I just wanted these when I went to the grocery store last weekend. So I picked up like 3 of them. I've never had this one. Ooh, really good. Also, something else. The state of Georgia, the governor actually lifted a bunch of the like shelter in place stuff. So he is allowing for gyms to open, hair salons, tattoo parlors, nail salons, and then restaurants and movie theaters can open on Monday. And I don't really understand it. I don't necessarily agree with that, but really we just have the option, you know, like I don't have to go to those places, and I wouldn't anyway, because I don't, my gym has been open still, actually. I still haven't gone for the last 3 weeks because I don't want to be exposed to it potentially. And I know some places are not opening, like even though the governor is allowing for that, a lot of places are still staying closed because our cases have not gone down in the state of Georgia. They're not as high as other states. I think we're like number 12 on the list, which is still up there. Yeah, we didn't like pass anything according to the White House or CDC or whatever that allowed for this to happen. It's just up to the governor. So I thought that was interesting, but I will not be partaking in anything. Wouldn't go sit in a restaurant right now. And they're like strongly urging face masks. I personally do not want to wear a face mask, so I probably won't. I really only just go to the grocery store, and I try to go at a time where it's not so crowded. Comment down below what it's like in your state, like, or country. You know, how are the restrictions? Is anything lifted? I really think it was only like 3 states in America that started lifting things. Unfortunately, Georgia was one of those, so it's interesting. I'm on my walk, obviously. And I found another neighborhood. The one that I was going to with Sebastian was actually like a mile walk on the street, basically. And so I found this one, which is closer to me. It's really windy today, so hopefully you can still hear me. But it's really nice because it's away from the street, so I can actually, you know, chill out. And what I've typically been doing is listening to podcasts while I walk. I like to compound my time, so I'm not somebody who listens to podcasts that are entertaining per se. They're entertaining to me, but maybe not to other people. But I'm either learning about finances or something with blogging. So lately it's been either Choosify or Thrive Blogger podcast, whatever it's called. So I just play those out loud because I don't like to wear headphones while I'm walking. And yeah, I walk out here for like a solid hour. There's lots of birds and squirrels out here, which is nice. That's like not something I typically see near my apartment. Kind of chilly today. It's like 60 something. To me that's cold, but I knew that once I started walking I would warm up. So yeah, I'll be out here for the next hour. Okay, look how cute this is. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but these are really common in the city I live in. So it's like little free library. Any good books in here? A lot of them are fiction, and that's not really what I read. but it's pretty cute. This is probably the best looking one I've seen, like the most organized, but there's tons of these throughout the city. I'm back in my apartment and I'm working now on my blog stuff and YouTube stuff, whatever. And what I've realized is I need to batch my work. And this was something that, like, obviously we all know about batching content, but Sebastian brought this up to me. And then I knew I needed to do it because I was looking for podcasts and I hadn't listened to that Thrive blogger podcast that I was talking about in several months. And the most recent one was how to batch your blog posts. And so that was like a sign for me that, okay, I need to do this. And so I listened to that. I can link it down below if anybody's interested. But I got really excited from that, and I kind of used her steps in planning this, but I added a little bit more, specifically for my blog posts. But I need to batch work everything, or batch create everything, basically. So obviously, if you watch me, you know that I take on a lot of things, and I do that myself, so obviously that's my fault. And if you don't know, I have a blog, I have this YouTube channel, I have a finance YouTube channel, and then going with everything, you know, I have my Instagram where I prefer to post consistently. I have to write an email every week to go along with my blog posts. And all of it comes with a lot of things. You know, when you create a blog post, you also have to do SEO research, and you have to create Pinterest images, and you got to promote that on all these different platforms. I have a Facebook page. And then with the YouTube channel, you have to outline the content, you have to film it, you have to edit it, you have to make the thumbnail, again, promote that on all your different platforms, and it gets really overwhelming. So obviously I don't recommend you trying to branch out into all these things, but because I'm already doing that and I don't want to give up one thing or the other, I'm realizing I can really take advantage of this time right now where I get to be at home, and obviously I'm still working and stuff, but I still have more time just to work on my side hustles and all that. So I wrote out a whole like list of how I need to batch my work, and so far so good. Like I wrote 2 blog posts basically back to back, and I've already completely finished those. For like the next 2 weeks I'm good on blog posts, and if I do this every single week, I'll just keep getting ahead. And same thing goes with YouTube content. Like if I can pre-film and have things just ready to go and already scheduled and make it all organized, then I will significantly reduce my stress around everything. The only thing is I don't know what to use to organize all these things, because I'm a very simple gal and I prefer paper and pen. And so I'm thinking I probably should use some other platform online or whatever. I made a calendar on Google Sheets. I don't like Google Calendar. Like I do, but I think it's too complicated. I think it requires too many steps, like changing the color of things, and things just don't always, I don't know, it's just too much for me. And so I was looking into Asana, and I don't really like that either. It's, when I'm going through something, I'm typically not going to check things off online. But if I were to write everything down on paper, then I think that's better for me. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out a way for me to create something that is consistent for my blog posts and for my YouTube videos, so that I make sure I am doing everything properly and promoting in all areas that I can, It's a little difficult. But if you have any tips for that, aside from Asana or Trello, because I understand that those are good for a lot of people, but I don't really like them. But honestly, I feel so inspired by doing this, and I'm so excited as how, that I can get so far in advance. I can have things planned out already, and it's going to be helpful. I think it'll be a good thing as far as promoting my content more, making sure I'm putting my stuff out there more consistently and more frequently, but also just so I'm not, you know, the biggest thing for me is my blog post, because my writing takes me a long time, and if I'm not feeling inspired, then that can be a problem. So if you watch my last video, you know that I was struggling to write a blog post and I didn't even get one up for the week. And to me, that's really disappointing. Like, I need to be uploading a blog post every single week. You know, that's what I committed to. And if I'm not doing that, then that's not ideal. So I think this is my solution to that. And if I can really take advantage of this time and get as far ahead as possible, should be good. I've been laser focused for the last hour on these Instagram posts, and let me show you what I did. So what I did was design my little quotes and whatever. These, I have different, if you go to my homepage, you'll see that I have like all these different, that's not mine. If you go to my homepage, you'll see I have like all these different saved templates. These are all things I've done, you know. So I have a lot of templates for the quotes that I've done in the past. And so I made those and I put them into this Google Doc where I had originally wrote the blog posts. And then I wrote the captions for each one underneath. I put the hashtags, and then I have photos that I'm also going to be posting, like a photo next week, and so I wrote the caption out for that. Wow, I've literally never done this in my life. This is a life changer for me. Like, if I can do this consistently, because that only took an hour, and so I'm trying not to spend time on Instagram. I don't think I mentioned this either. I downloaded an app called Ep8. This one down here. I've been using that to block any social media, so Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, and YouTube on my phone, basically all day except for 5 to 6:30. So between 5 and 6:30, I would post my Instagram, put the caption in, I could respond to people if I needed to, and after that, I'm done. Because typically what I would do is, like I said, I would just sit on Instagram and try to think of something and end up scrolling through people's feed and just wasting my time. So I found that I honestly am having a hard time to control myself when it comes to Instagram or Facebook. And, you know, I thought I wouldn't get back to that point because I gave it up for so long last year. But it's a really addictive app. And so if you got to find the things that you want to do, you know, I don't want to completely give up social media because it helps my business, it helps me connect with people, and I like it. So I found this way works best for me so that I don't get disrupted during the week, and it literally does not allow me to open it. Obviously you could remove that if you really needed to, but I don't really need to get on social media, and I can just post and be done with it. But anyway, it is now 4:20. So I need to work out. I had my second bowl of oatmeal. And so today I'm training arms, biceps, and triceps. I will film that. I don't know what I'm doing yet because I haven't thought of anything. But I'm going to do that, and I need to go for a jog. the best I've ever done on handstands. I know I look crazy right now. Ugh, my wrists hurt. That is the best I've ever done. Well, aside from when I was a child and I was in gymnastics, I held it. I went up without touching the wall and held it. That's crazy. I'm gonna go watch this back and I need to go for a jog, unfortunately. I don't need to do anything, but I want to go for a jog. My body is able and willing and I feel good. And the nice thing is I'll get to come back and wash my hair because I haven't washed it in like 6 days, 5 days, I don't know. Okay, I'm only gonna run for 20 to 25 minutes. I don't want to do long distance, I've realized. It is Friday, so that means I need to plan my meals. I always kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna have, like what I'm craving or whatever. And I do know that I want like sausage, vegan sausage, obviously. I saw somebody post a picture of, they had sausage, rice, and broccoli. So I'm gonna probably do that. I haven't had rice in like this whole time, 3 weeks. I did have Chipotle once, but I don't know, is that a bad idea for me to start switching to rice? Probably, but I really want it. So will I have broccoli? Hopefully the grocery store has broccoli because for whatever reason they've been so low. I don't know, but I gotta plan my meals. I'm gonna wrap the vlog up here because one, I need to edit a video that is on my memory card. I'm not going to be doing much else. I'm really just going to be on my computer. Just now I was like planning out my little content calendar and seeing how much of it I could, you know, plan. Oh, tomorrow it's Saturday. I'm going grocery shopping in the morning. It's been busier in the morning at the grocery store, which is annoying, but whatever. And tomorrow I'm also going to my dad's for dinner, which I'm actually pretty excited about. I think I did a lot of talking in this video, so this video might be a little bit long. So like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you as always for watching, and I appreciate all of your comments. Like seriously, the people who watch me consistently and who constantly are supporting me in my comments and on Instagram and stuff like that, I appreciate you. I see you. Thank you. You guys keep me going because sometimes I just want to stop this and I appreciate it. So thank you again. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up because it does support my channel. And if you're new here, please subscribe. But other than that, I will see you in my next video, which will probably be a sit down video. Bye guys.